What you watching?
Salem's Lot, HBO Max, an original Stephen King interpretation here on the screen. I'm going to say the little screen, because this did not go to movie theaters. This was straight to streaming, and it came out.
Supposed to.
It should have, I think, from
2022. It was supposed to release.
I saw it
in theaters.
I saw it. You saw it.
I saw it.
This is your
just a couple of days ago.
Came out October 3rd, 2024. Directed by Gary Dauberman. The cast is a few people that I got to know in this movie: Mackenzie Lee, Lewis Pullman, Spencer Treat Clark, Pilou Asbæk.
I think it's Pilou Asbæk.
Pilou Asbæk?
You might recognize him. Euron Greyjoy.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, my gosh. And so, yeah, Salem's Lot. Vampires. If you've read the book, they brought it to life. This is one of the few Stephen King books that I have not read, so I didn't get to. I know it. I've read The Stand, and I can see like some nods.
That's a big undertaking.
Oh yeah, and I've read the Dark Tower series, the whole thing.
Man. All 8?
All of them.
Even the one they came back to?
Probably.
Went through the keyhole. He did that after he finished the series. He wrote that in.
I feel like I really got that reading order down at the time and like did that research, so I want to say yes, but it might be time to go back and double check.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really good.
It's so good. And I got Carrie on it now.
Really?
Yes. And so Salem's Lot, like they got vampires in like
there's a character from Salem's Lot in the Dark Tower.
In the Dark Tower, right? And so I was picking up on that just as a Stephen King fan, but that's my Stephen King knowledge. This is your title, Scotty. Tell us about Salem's Lot.
Yeah, so Stephen King's 1975 novel Salem's Lot. If you've read the book, which you said you haven't, this is a very, I would call it a loose interpretation of the book. They kind of glaze over it. It's been made multiple times into miniseries. I do believe in the late 80s and then early 2000s. They made this into a miniseries, and I really think, despite how much I did enjoy this movie, I think the other series may have done it a little more justice, just in the character development and the story it was allowed to tell.
And the book itself is really good, I assume.
The book itself is one of my favorite King books, aside from the Dark Tower stuff. It's not very long. I think it's less than 500 pages. But there is quite a bit of difference here between the movie and the book. You've got Lewis Pullman here, who I believe is an up-and-coming star, son of Bill Pullman. Everybody knows Bill.
Oh, yeah, of course.
President from Independence Day.
Yes.
And
you can see it.
He's the Sentry.
He's Sentry.
He is Sentry.
The Sentry.
The Sentry.
That we're probably going to see in Thunderbolts.
Absolutely, we will see him in Thunderbolts.
Yes.
And it's got all the characters here from the book. That was one of the few things they carried over. I enjoyed the movie for what it was, but I really don't know that you needed to call it Salem's Lot. You know, it really could have been something different.
Yeah, it was like, my take was like, it was just like kind of like this, it was a little cheesy.
Yeah.
Vampire movie with not like a ton of depth. Like, but I liked it for that.
Yeah,
because
I enjoyed the movie.
I think that you don't, like, that's kind of it, right? Like, I'm a Stephen King fan. I didn't read this book. I still enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
The synopsis is when author Ben Mears comes back to his childhood home in search for some inspiration for his next book, he discovers that people in his hometown are mysteriously turning into blood-sucking vampires. And that's like pretty much it.
Yeah,
you don't need to know anything else.
Not much. You get a couple of familiar faces, not a whole lot of people you probably recognize. You see Homelander's son is in this one.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, duh.
He's right down there in the corner.
Yes, Nicholas, here, we got it. Nicholas Cravetti.
Yeah.
I saw that, called it. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, that's the Homelander's kid.
Yeah.
All right, the ratings out there aren't too good. But
no, I mean, I think the ratings are pretty accurate. It's a mid movie.
Don't even look at those. Did you already have your rating ready?
I did have my rating ready.
Good, because that can affect you.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. What's yours?
I'm going to give it like a 2.9. There was some stuff to like about the movie.
Out of 4.0. Geez.
Out of 4.0. I mean, it's better than what everybody else is giving it.
Yeah,
basically a 2.
5.6 out of 10.
Yeah.
45% on Rotten Tomatoes.
The makeup was good. The acting was decent. The dialogue wasn't great. The vampire action, I think, was pretty cool.
Yeah, the vampires themselves looked cool.
They completely changed the end of the movie from the book with the drive-in and all the cars and stuff. None of that happened in the book.
I was thinking that. I was like, this seems kind of like this is where the big battle's happening.
I enjoyed it. It was cool.
Yeah. It was just kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But all over the place.
What do you got for it?
I was thinking about it before. I was like, how's it been sitting? 'Cause I saw this like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, it's been that long. It's had a long time to marinate. I give this a solid 3.0 out of 4.0.
Okay.
And like, honestly, if I had read the book, I might be rating it like way less. Because when you got something.
I think you probably would.
When you got a story that's
so
good. Like, this didn't feel like, I was like, this is a watered down Stephen King.
I mean, it's a classic beginning of Stephen King's career.
Right.
Like a banger straight out of the gate.
One of the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen King stand over here. No doubt. So.
Yeah. Both
now it makes me want to go and read it even more because it's not like
it's
you know
not
what I mean.
super
It'll
long.
be better, and then
it's less than 500 pages,
and then get back into the Dark Tower.
Oh my God! We got to go back.
We will. Now it's lost.
Yeah.
All right, Salem's Lot. You heard it here on Max. You let us know what you think. Mostly Superheroes is proud to be funded in part by our sponsors. Mostly Superheroes is funded in part by paying patrons who receive early, ad-free, and exclusive episodes. Subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com/support. Thank you for supporting your favorite independent podcast. Mostly Superheroes is an independent podcast owned and operated by Kerrigan Ventures in St. Louis, Missouri. Hosted by Logan Janis, Andy Hunn, and Scott Swearingen. Brand and creative by Carrie Clark Design. Music by Audionautics. Learn more at audionautics.com. Find more at mostlysuperheroes.com.